Hi, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk with an unboxing video. I'm looking to do some more unboxing videos for the YouTube channel, as of course we get many items coming through the store all the time, including a lot of the newer stuff. So this is the Chaos Dreadhold Overlord Bastion, and I'm also going to be unboxing the Khorne Bloodbound Blood Warriors. So start with the Overlord Bastion. Now this box is huge, much bigger than I anticipated. See the size of it there, just the depth of it itself. If I compare it to the Blood Warriors box, trying to get it all in shot, it's difficult enough. You know, it's almost as deep as this box is long. So, massive box. I've yet to open either of these, so I have no idea really what the contents look like. So I'll open up the box. That flips up over top like that. So it's quite hard to get this one in shot, but I will try my best. Such a large box. And you'll notice inside there's loads of sprues. So I'll pull them out and we'll have a look at them. So here we have a sprue. Loads of skulls on it. I believe this is one of the floor pieces. And then we have some skulls. So I think we'll see that most of the pieces are going to look very similar to this. Here we have another piece. Now, I didn't realise the tower itself was triangular in shape. So it's going to be quite interesting putting that together. Again, we have another identical piece. Now these look to be like battlements. As you can see, a lot of detail in these kits. It's very nice, even the inside. And of course skulls and spikes all over it, as you would expect with anything Chaos really. We have another triangular section with another wall piece. And then some more wall pieces here. And this is a little archway by the looks of it. So we have a lot of smaller sprues as well, so wall pieces. Like there's several of them, and some smaller battlements and wall. Again, it's just skulls between all the wall pieces, so lots and lots of skulls. We have the stairs. And some massive spikes for the top. Just look at them compared to my hand. I don't have biggest hands in the world, but these spikes are absolutely massive. Then we have two more little pieces. So there's quite a few of these like face pieces on the kit, and they're pretty cool. I do quite like the look of them. And then lastly we just have another wall section just on its own. So again, this I'm guessing is another one of GW's sort of outsourced Chinese kits, in which case it's probably going to be an absolute pain in the backside to put together. But the detail is immaculate and it looks like it's going to be huge, so I'm really looking forward to putting that together. Maybe I'll do a video showcasing that off once it's all put together. So that is the Overlord Bastion. That's the only terrain piece from this Khorne set that I bought. It was £80, but seemed quite expensive to begin with. But seeing how big it is, and you know, just a solid, big, you know, really solid plastic pieces, I think it sort of, compared to other GW products, I think it justifies the price. Let's put it that way. I always find myself in the camp that GW stuff is a little bit overpriced, but I don't really moan about it too much, it is what it is. And we have the instruction book. And just click through the instruction book, and you start off a triangular section as they have to do with all these pieces in the way. Now it looks pretty straightforward to put together. You put the triangular sections together and just build them up, stick them on top of each other to make the tower. As you can see there, you make the 3 pieces separately and stick them all together. So fingers crossed it shouldn't be too bad. Whether they fit together, that's another thing, and the stairs only come in like a few pieces, which is quite nice. And then yeah, you make the 2 bits separately and just stick them together. So I'll be doing that at some point. So that's the Overlord Bastion. I'm going to put it away and then we'll look at the Blood Warriors. Okay, so these are Blood Warriors. I have removed the shrink wrap off camera. Again, I haven't looked in the box. I've not really looked on the sprues on the GW site either. So we have 3 sprues and 32mm bases. What I do quite like about these is there's 10 models in a box. So I think the Khorne stuff in Age of Sigmar is actually pretty decent value. I do think some of the Stormcaster Town stuff's a bit expensive for how many models you get. But you get 20 models in the Blood Reavers and you get 10 in the Blood Warriors, so I think that's quite cool. So we have 3 sprues and they're quite different by the looks of it. So we'll look at this one first. So on here we have the standard, which is quite nice. It's a big Khorne icon. I like that it's the sort of same sort of size as sort of like a banner. Yeah, it's still just an icon rather than just plonking a Khorne icon right on top of a pole. I quite like that. And loads of axes. First thing I noticed about this box is that there's loads of gore axes. Of course, there's 20 because you can arm them with paired gore axes, or you can have a gore axe and gore fist, as well as giving the champion a gore glaive. And the gore glaive is this big weapon on this sprue here. And we'll go through that sprue and what the gore glaive does later on. So we have 5 heads on this sprue along the top. Quite nice, and there's a helmetless head option around here. And a few legs. It's quite interesting, I found with the Age of Sigmar stuff, is that the legs will normally have like a lower part of one leg and a foot separate. I don't know why that is. You can't really reposition them. They just glue straight on. So why they're not a single piece? In some cases, with the Stormcaster Town stuff at least, you'll have some legs that are single pieces. And they do actually have it on here, actually, as an example here. Like this pair of legs is just complete. And why they haven't done that with all of them, I'm not too sure. Maybe it's just trying to lay them out on the sprue. So we'll move on to this one. This one has the Gall Fists. I'm not a massive fan of how the Gall Fists look, but I do actually quite like their rules. So I probably would arm mine with them. More axes. A lot of them are just generic axes with Khorne symbols etched on them. So nothing really too spectacular there. The detail on these, of course, with all DW stuff is quite nice, but nothing too fancy. We also have some torso front parts, I would assume, here. And this sprue has more torso parts, so I would guess these would be the backs. And these would be the front. They look quite nice, lots of variety there. And again, lots more heads, 5 more heads there. And then the champion head right there. A few more Gall Fists as well. And then there's another helmetless head, which I guess could be used for the champion, with a massive top knot on top, of course, as it's Chaos. So that's for Blood Warriors. I was hoping there'd be a little sort of more detail on everything. Maybe not more detail, but more, maybe just more Khorne symbols. Like some of the axes have them, and some of them are just quite plain. But they do have them built into the shaft, like little Khorne symbols on the shaft, so that's quite nice. It's a good variety of the axes. I quite like, I think it's on the Skull Reapers, where they have like axes or big skulls. They look quite cool, but there's nothing like that in this one, unfortunately. But no, they are really nice. There is still a lot of detail on this kit. The Gall Glaive's pretty cool. It's just an option for a champion, so not all of them can have it, which is a shame. Well, sorry, it might not just be for a champion, it could just be one for every 10 models. Sorry, but he is quite good. I have looked at his rules before. We'll just look on here. So the Gall Glaive actually, it hits and wounds on freeze with a -1 rend and 2 damage, so that's pretty good. Weapon has 2 attacks as well. If you don't know the rules for Blood Reavers, we'll just go over the weapons. I won't go over anything else, but the Gall Axes reroll 1s if you've got more than 1, so that's pretty cool. And the Gall Fist is every time you make a successful save roll, then the attacking unit will take a mortal wound on a roll of 6. And I've done that a couple of times in battles where I've used them from the start set. So that's for Blood Warriors. Pretty much what you'd expect from the Age of Sigmar kits by now. Really nice detail, and the fact you get 10 in a box, I think is actually quite good value for these, especially when you compare them to some of the Stormcaster tile stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing. If there's anything you'd like me to unbox, then please leave a comment below, as we get so many different plastic kits coming through the store all the time. I'm sure I can grab a few and do an unboxing. Or if there's anything you'd like me to improve in these unboxing videos, I do just go through them very quick. So yeah, if there's anything you think I can improve on them, then that would be great, because I've only just started doing these types of videos, and I'd like to do more. I would like to do them well. So your feedback is always great. So until the next video, I will see you again.